The world of big data is not going to take off unless we change the default setting from one in which we try to protect privacy as the ultimate goal to one in which we understand we need to use data in order to solve some of our problems, even if that means we need to reinterpret what privacy means. Typically, this is going to be a different mindset than we normally have when we think about the value of personal information. We're in an environment where we're always trying to protect privacy and we care about it, and we need to. The risks are real. However, we cannot get the value of big data as a society unless we're willing to share data in new ways, because we can unlock new findings that we couldn't do in the past. Sadly, the regulation is living in the past. We need to reinterpret that by changing the default setting in favor of permissiveness and use.
The main thing we need to consider is how the information will be used and for what purpose. And then in those terms consider the implications for the rights of the individual. And we should remember that by providing big data, that will change the way we do things, and therefore we'll need to keep revisiting those rights. And it's important for people to be aware of the massive volume and the change that big data is bringing. So awareness and education is important, and we must work across different organisations that deal with big data, private and public sector, in order to address how we can use the data whilst taking care of people's human rights.
I think that to have this kind of approach, we need to shift the attention from the individual dimension to the collective dimension of the use of data. From this perspective, I think that we should adopt a sort of risk-based approach, taking into account the impact in terms of social and ethical impact of use of data. And this is a great challenge because the traditional regulatory approach is still focused on individual rights and the traditional idea of notice and consent or self-determination that only partially address the issues raised.